Players getting set up. Looks like we're ready to go. Volcanic Island for Dennis and pass the turn. That's not a fast start.
So you don't really want to do that legacy. You can't
yeah, we don't play that. We haven't played that much on Reddit. I don't think you've ever gotten that. So, oh, we must have had like a lot of yeah, that's good.
All right, we see a brainstorm in response to a Thoughtseize. Turn 1 Thoughtseize from Marat. Anarchy Inducer, thanks for the resub. 34 months for Anarchy Inducer. That's 34. That's almost 3 years. What's up, Greg? Thank you, Greg.
We can still take prismatic, I think.
I mean, I think it does. So what happened was...
yeah, let me write it down real quick. So 2 force.
Shout out to our monthly cheerleader, Iron City Trades. Appreciate that. And shout out to Mark Hughes as well. Monthly gift sub leader.
Sorry, this is kind of hard.
Hurry up! That's what I say. Sneak and Show 63% favorite, says Twitch chat so far in this poll. Lots of channel points on the line.
Yeah.
Propaganda just gifted 5 subs. Thank you, Propaganda MTG. And a reminder, everybody, we will be raffling off that foil Sylvan library later on today's stream, provided by Propaganda. So Propaganda, thank you for the gift subs. And thank you in advance for the raffled Sylvan library. Hype Train Conductor Scott says until the Reanimator drops in their own Emrakul. Yeah, that would be interesting. All right, as we wait for Dennis to resolve this brainstorm, trying to figure out how to protect best against this Thoughtseize that is on the stack, and it looks like we are ready to go. Let's see what's in Dennis's hand here. All right, we have a bunch of lands: Delta, Flooded Strand, Ancient Tomb, Basic Mountain, and then a Sneak Attack and a Show and Tell. Interesting.
Take Show and Tell.
All right, Show and Tell gets chosen. Let's see what's on top of Dennis's library. Will it be a Lotus Petal? I don't know. All right, going for Ancient Tomb. It was a Lotus Petal. that was a pretty lucky prediction. All right, so Sneak Attack hits the battlefield. Is the top creature of the deck an Emrakul or a Gristlebrand? We're going to find out. Here's a fetch from Marat. This is going to get interesting. Yeah, to enter the raffle, you just have to be here when the raffle begins, which will be later.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
All right, a Faithless Looting. Let's see if Marat can put any creatures into the yard and then reanimate them. That's the plan of the deck, right? All right, so there's Gristlebrand. There's Grief. Okay.
Dark Ritual.
Dark Ritual. Exhume. All right, so no creatures in Dennis's yard, and Gristlebrand will enter for Marat, who will immediately pay 7 life.
I was looking.
Where's the advantage bar right now? I mean, if we obviously don't know what's on top of Dennis's library, but let's say it's a creature. Let's say it's Emrakul. Does Marat just lose the game? Most likely. But if it's not a creature, Has Dennis already lost this game? Andy's hoping for ration writer. Or Can Man wants me to raffle off food. I don't think that's a good idea. We're not doing food, everybody. If Murat can find an Archon, it might be over. Says Hype Train Conductor Scott. Pew Pew says my cards are in the mail to finish my first Legacy deck. I look forward to eventually misplaying on video at Game Storia. You know what? We get misplays and mistakes all the time, so don't be shy. When the camera and the bright lights of 90s MTG are spectating your game, there's no pressure at all. Right, everybody?
3. Exhume.
I had another Exhume for Murat. Here's the Grief. It's not that exciting.
Got 3 lands.
I feel like I'm dead. But,
Murat feeling like they're dead. I guess we're going to find out soon. Whoa, the police.
You're dead. I feel like I'm dead. Oh no. You got a Gristle brand.
if you're an Emrakul on top.
You got a Gristle brand out first.
Yeah, I agree with Twitch chat. All right, we're going to see Murat pass the turn, not paying 7 more life. Let's see what Dennis moving very slowly here. Doesn't look like a very confident draw. Looks like Dennis doesn't really have much. Yeah, if Emrakul is on top, it's over. Exactly, that's what we were saying before. So maybe Murat should have been a little bit more aggressive. Twitch chat is thinking. We'll see what the YouTube commenters think. All right, so it is Gristlebrand. There's a chance that this is not over. But if there's an Emrakul on this top of this pile, it's over. I think we're all in agreement on that.
I have 3 others though. But that doesn't affect that draw clause, right?
Okay, another 7. Yeah,
Let's
another
double the
7.
trigger.
Why not?
Double the drop. Yeah.
All right, paying another 7, go down to 4. Twitch chat thinks Murat should have paid 7 more. Let's see if Emrakul gets found.
Interesting.
Response, stuff out.
Activate sneak attack. And then I fox up.
Okay.
All right, attracts a Grand Unifier, comes in. No Emrakul just yet. Let's see if it's in the top 10. It has to be, right? I mean, we drew half the deck at this point.
Yep.
All right, there's Emrakul. And that gets a scoop. All right, so Dennis takes game 1. You got so lucky with that win. All right, here's Badlands, Faithless Looting for Murat to start game 2. On the play this time. Twitch chat liked Sneak and Show in the matchup. In their prediction polls. All right, looks like Gristlebrand and Archon are in the yard.
It's okay.
Yeah, Arcan Man wishes Murat flipped the table. Mechanic Island pass for Dennis.
You always have to tap. Yeah. No, you don't have to. If you tap your thing as part of casting it, it's assumed that it's uncounterable because we were. I don't think that's my favorite. I think that is correct. Why would you ever cast a counterable? Because on Moto you can make that mistake. On Moto you can cross it.
All right, Dark Ritual for Murat. Seems like Dennis is thinking about responding to that.
Like, if there's a question about flashback, is maybe
Flashback Faithless Looting. Okay, that's not that exciting. One black mana floating.
Mission spell.
One floating.
yeah, no, but like it's.
I'll dump these two lands. One floating.
Sure.
Sorry, it's exiled.
Sure.
Especially since Chalice is not
Put it like over there.
What is the interaction
Here's
with
fine. Yeah, yeah, that's okay.
my flash this in? While you
Don't put it there. Come on. That's not the right spot. All right, here's Grief pitching Entomb. And maybe we'll get a chance to see Dennis's hand here. Still one black mana floating.
yeah, that's what I just wanted to
Cast 5 spell before you buy it.
It's in the main deck.
Yeah, do it. Like,
Look, if that's the rules enforcement, you can play someone.
when I cast a bolt,
Yeah, you're
But
right.
unless they get like
Looks like 2 cards left in Marat's hand. Grief happening here. Brainstorm, Flusterstorm, Misty Rainforest, Basic Island, Scalding Tarn, Ancient Tomb, and Fable of the Mirror Breaker.
And your Flusterstorm
Interesting.
dies.
All right, Flusterstorm is chosen.
Try to brainstorm until force the wall there.
Thinking about using this end step, using this brainstorm on end step now is Dennis. You'll see combo decks like this end step brainstorm a bit more than you'd see it from Delver or Control. Gotta find those combo pieces with open mana.
I think my favorite match is when I needed to win my last match of cash, and I won it in turns, and I looked at the judge, I'm like,
Actually, a cute bunny here with an important message. Hi, nerds. Roberts is here. Yeah, end step brainstorm feels correct there. High train conductor Scott pointing that out.
And then get your crucible from card, and then you get your cycle again. Look here.
try this.
So you have no
Got it.
Yeah. I gotta ask. No, I
All right, Fable of the Mirror Breaker comes in. Makes a Goblin Shaman. Dennis has the token. Very nice, very nicely done. Exhume. Resolves. All right, here's Gristlebrand. It's going to do its thing. Draw 7. Yeah, the token doesn't appear to be signed. It's a little iffy. I don't know about that one, Dennis. Get your token signed. Come on.
Six. Seven.
But see what your coverage house the whole.
Somebody sign Dennis's token, please. Somebody do it.
I'll give you drawing one of them. So this is still on the stack.
I'll sign it if you need somebody to sign it.
Okay, that'll resolve. And then
For the second man?
before your second name, I'm going to
And
when was cut off?
Dark Ritual.
do this.
Dark Ritual gets a thumbs up. All right, so maybe Marat with some follow-ups After Gristlebrand hits the table, draws a whole bunch of cards. Another Dark Ritual, okay.
Think so?
Trigger.
I will make.
Archon know where this like
Yeah.
All right, Archon of Cruelty. Its trigger will hit the stack. Goblin Shaman goes away. Dennis will discard a card. And Marat will draw a card. Okay, the basic island gets discarded. Did Marat remember to draw? I didn't see Marat draw a card. It's possible I looked away for a moment.
It's alright, it's alright.
I'll cast Animate Dead, targeting the Grief.
All right, Animate Dead on Grief. Very nice Animate Dead. Grief will resolve its ability now. This game is going a lot better for Marat. Hand has revealed 2 sneak attacks. All right, one of them is gone.
2.
Delusional Kraut, thanks for the resub with Prime. Thank you, Delusional. This was such a sad match. It's a good one so far.
5, 6, 7. Pedal.
All right, drawing 7, pedal, pedal. What else? All right. Blow up the Fable with Wear Tear.
So activation.
And I will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Discard
Only got 15 cards left.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Keep a creature in hand for show and tell.
8. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in hand.
I love that card.
All right, Dennis is an Atraxa fan. All right, let's see if Dennis has a... Nope, Dennis scoops it up. We're going to game 3. Yeah, show and tell usually boards out show and tell. I mean, yeah, sneak and show usually boards out show and tell. That makes sense. I still would hold a creature in hand just in case. All right, Mr. Rainforest. Start game 3 for Dennis. Let's see if Marat can get a fast start and some discard spells. Nope, just passing the turn after a Lotus Petal. That's not that exciting. Yeah, are people watching now believers in Atraxa? When I first featured Atraxa on stream a few times, I think it was mostly YouTube commenters were saying, I don't think this card is a fit. I think Gristlebrand is strictly better. How's everybody feeling about that right now? Do we believe in Atraxa yet? Does it belong in decks like Reanimator or a Sneak and Show, or does it only belong in Green Sun Zenith Natural Order style decks? Or both?
Sure.
All right, a nice fair Fable of the Mirror Breaker once again for Dennis. There's the Goblin. Unmasked pitching Exhume. MTG Banding with a great question. Have we seen any battles yet, or is this one of those niche Legacy formats, pre-Mom Legacy? Yeah, this is pre-Mom Legacy because we don't live in the future yet. But our Legacy Webcam League and our Discord server does have the battles and Lord of the Rings cards all legal. And you may see some of them appear in matches there. So make sure you're in our Discord. People are already testing those cards. Saw Peter Vander Ham win a match with the One Ring this week. All right, another unmask happening here. Cards left in hand. Sneak Attack, Brainstorm, Force of Will, and Scalding Tarn. Has to be Sneak Attack, right?
I was gonna say, are you guys playing? I have a We've got.
Yeah, we're on the lookout for PVDH to give us some letter grades on these new cards.
Attacks. You're not gonna win anytime soon. You're not gonna win anytime soon. We're just gonna chill. But force of all that.
All right, so it turns out this Unmask is still in the stack. Dennis is thinking about responding with Force of Will.
I'm gonna cast the Griffin.
Or I get my sneak attack and trying to find a monster.
Yeah. Okay.
Take this sneak attack. How bad is that? I still have a force of will. I have nothing. Like I'm okay with you taking this sneak attack. I'm force of will here. All I'm left with is the land and the sneak attack. Yeah, that resolves. Yeah.
All right, so it resolves, and Dennis left with Brainstorm, Force of Will, and Scalding Tarn in hand, and gets to untap.
This takes up to 2. Discard.
I had like 4 colors for red belt. And then for red
No discards.
Okay.
Attack for 250.
All right, opts not to discard any cards to Fable's second chapter ability. Attacks with a goblin, makes a treasure. And here's another Fable of the Mirror Breaker. All right, so this card is doing its thing in the Sneak and Show deck. What the heck token is that? What is that? What the heck is that?
2 green. Yeah.
Oh, come on, Dennis. Let's get it together. Let's get it together. So a Brainstorm and a Force of Will are the cards left in Dennis's hand. And if Marat's going to reanimate a creature this turn, it's going to need to be after something gets Force of Willed, it seems. I mean, unless Marat has a Thoughtseize or a Grief. Only 3 cards in Marat's hand. It seems like Dennis is in good shape at the moment. All right, going back to Dennis to untap. So one of these Fables will flip. Discards Lotus Petal, okay. This is to the second chapter of the second saga. And there's reflections of Kiki Jiki. So 2 Goblin Shaman tokens and Kiki Jiki on the board, and that's a treasure in the top center of your screen. Twitch chat debating Griselbrand versus Atraxa still. Both sides not really convinced, it seems. On one side, you have people that think Atraxa is a fit strictly for Natural Order Green Sun Zenith decks. Side Norna's using Atraxa in Elves? Is that true, Side Norna? Or are you making a joke? I don't know. All right, Marat not really doing a lot here. And then we have people that think Atraxa is good enough for Reanimator or Sneak and Show. And the question is, how many copies in both? Is Atraxa good enough to be a 4 of and take up the slots that Gristlebrand used to have, or a split of some kind? Another Reflections has been transformed into. All right, attacking for 6, it looks like, after copying a Goblin Shaman.
Well, you had the turn 1 card, but I didn't.
6 treasures now. The D6 represents a 3rd Goblin Shaman that is only temporary.
Okay. Yeah, the turn 1 card, like.
Marat down to 7. I don't own any Atraxas yet, so I haven't used it myself. I've played against it a bit, though. The card is very powerful.
There are 3 Millennium tournaments in 7 days. Sideboard, Ether
The
Channel,
matchup is already still
instructions.
kind of bad. Yeah.
Just 4 shoot going.
And so Dennis has lethal on board next turn. 15 treasures to hardcast Emrakul. It could happen. All right, here's the Faceless Looting for Marat. We know about Force of Will in Dennis's hand. We might see it get used on this Faithless Looting.
I guess I could.
You usually want to, if you have Force of Wills, you usually want to stop the enablers, the cards that put creatures into the graveyard, rather than the reanimation spells from Reanimator. Usually. If you have the option, you want to counter cards like Entomb, and cards like Reanimate don't then even have a target, is the idea.
Well, you flash it.
Okay, flashing back, Faithless Looting, tapped out now with no cards in hand, it looks like.
I had a spell.
So you already made your land.
I already made my land.
I just brought it up for 14. Yeah.
The main benefit of this real
Well, I guess I could have taken those. I'm still yeah. I guess you have like a Breath Decay, like a Sage. Yeah, those are in the game. No, these are in the Sages.
Three treasures, hardcast, Force of Will.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
All right, a hard cast Force of Will, and that is the match. Good games. Good games.